hello. This is... Oh, hello, and welcome to Dice Populi. My name is Colin, but I won't be around for very long because we have got something special for you today. We release bi-weekly, as most of you know, so whenever a fifth Wednesday appears in a month, we decide to fill that break with a bit of bonus content. That can take many different forms, and this September 2021, that form is a one-shot adventure of Matt Canavan's design. Yes, the man who brought you Bread, Jerry, and the Looping Time story is at it again, as he brings you a new adventure played by our good friend Chowder, also on the show, as well as friends from all reaches of our D&D TTRPG community. We've got our friends Nico, Lex, and Iain. I'll let them introduce themselves and link to them in our show notes if you enjoy their performances, which, trust me, you will. Matt has divined an adventure set in a D&D setting, but using elements that might be kind of familiar, maybe even exciting if you tend to enjoy stoners and preppy detectives with talking dogs and flowery, colorful vans. But I'll let the show do the rest of the talking for you. This is quite a long one, and to be honest, I think it's just going to be a great, fun, relaxing thing to throw on. I was able to go through and add a bit of ambience that, and I'll even say it, I think it's pretty darn cozy to listen to. So please enjoy this adventure. I will pop up in the middle with a bit of updates on our season. It won't be too long a break, but in about an hour, you'll hear what I have to say. For now, let me step out of your way and let you enjoy an adventure by Matt called The House of Hannibal Barbarous.
All right. Without further ado, welcome to the October 5th Wednesday episode from Dice Populi. My name is Matt, and I will be running a little homebrew adventure that I came up with myself with some lovely people from our community. Without further ado, let's have them introduce themselves.
Oh, hi. I'm Call Me They on Twitter, but you can call me Lex. I make stuff. Sorry, I fully forgot what to do the intro.
I forgot who I was.
Who am I? I make homebrew content. I have a YouTube channel. My cat is here bugging me while I'm trying to do this. It's fine. Yep.
Nice. Pet the cat for good luck, right?
I am indeed.
All right. Next up we have...
I mean, you're next in alphabetical order, but okay.
Sorry. I guess I already introduced myself. That's my mistake.
All right. Hi, I'm Taeemul, or Chowder, whichever you prefer. I am also a member of Dice Populi. I'm also on our sister podcast, The Common Geeking Program. You can find me on Twitter at Taeemul Chowder.
Lovely.
And my name is Iain. I run a podcast called Roll to Save, which is a terribly exciting history of RPGs. We also do the occasional actual play or so. We've had some involvement from Dice Populi. Actually, Ryan has helped us out with some of our Paranoia actual play episodes. So that is what we do. And you can find us on Twitter at Save Podcast.
Awesome.
And I am Nico. I am the DM for another podcast called A Fool's Quest, and we actually have a second kind of spin-off mini-series podcast called Ethereal Embrace that we run. And I am an avid Dice Populi fan, so I'm actually drinking out of a Dice Populi coffee mug right now, just to plug your merch.
Really? Oh, yeah. That's
nice.
Oh no, I'm the least Dice Populi here.
That's totally fine. Totally won't give you disadvantage on anything later. That was a joke. Okay, well, without further ado, why don't we dive right into the story? It's a dark and stormy evening. You've been traveling through the night in search of the Clue Crew, a group of stylish young adventurers, along with their talking cat, with a cult-like following. Their current whereabouts are unknown, and you've decided to take upon locating them onto yourself. You ride in a creaky covered wagon heading towards the house of Hannibal Barbarus, a famous puppeteer long since passed. As you take in your surroundings, you size up the other passengers riding with you. Who are they, and what are their motives? Let's find out.
So, in this carriage with you all, you see a hobgoblin. He's in a nice suit, though nice is with an asterisk. Like, it looks like it was nice maybe 20 years ago. My cat has decided that he wants to be part of this recording. Buddy, you
Beautiful.
can't do that. He has a nice, what's the name of that hat? It's the detective hat with a name.
Oh, the Sherlock Holmes hat.
A deer stalker.
Yeah, let's call it that. I'll assume you're correct.
That is what I have made a career out of that.
He's sitting there trying to look stoic and contemplative, while drool dribbles down the corner of his mouth.
Oh, lovely.
All right. And you guys see like a very dark-skinned shifter, which is like a werewolf type dude thing. And he's like, he's got like hide armor on, but like it's open vest, so like, and he's not wearing any shirt under, so it's you can see like his pecs and abs, and he's like man spreading, and
Oh boy,
he's hairy, and he's kind of just like supposed to resemble like a British rocker type.
I love him already.
Ooh.
Wow, those stereotypes carried well across the Atlantic.
Also, like on his belt, he's got like these two drums that he has with him at all times. So there's that.
Nice.
Well, funny you mention rocker stereotypes, because sitting opposite him is a very large human wearing chainmail armor that's probably seen better days, and he's sitting there whittling away at a piece of wood. But probably his most distinctive feature is his hair. It's very, if you think of 80s hair metal, that's what this guy is. It's blonde, it's big. He doesn't seem to really notice it. You know, as the wagon goes over the bump, his hair probably hits the top of the covering. He's very tall, but he doesn't care. He's just fully focused on this piece of wood that he's whittling away at.
And then finally, there is in the cart with you a human with black, medium-length hair, very tan skin, clean-shaven, got a leather, almost jacket on with a light shirt underneath, and on each side of his belt, he's got a light axe on one side and a dagger on the other, with a necklace that goes around his neck and hangs low down to just above the belly button. And he's just kind of taking in all of you in the carriage.
If any of your characters want to introduce themselves to everybody else, maybe tell them their names, because somehow none of you mentioned their names in their description.
I was just going off.
By all means.
But I was just going off the cue on the guy before me. But okay. So,
Yeah, go for it. Go for it.
Oi! How do you blokes know the Clue Crew?
How do I know them? That lot came to my village, and they just created absolute havoc. If you've ever seen a man and a dog make a massive sandwich and try and eat it all in one go and then leave without paying, that's who the Clue Crew are. I'm here to find them and make sure they pay their bills.
Well, you best not be messing with them. That's my uncle. I'm Darren the Slags. I'm here to find my uncle and the rest of the Clue Crew, and maybe start a band.
And maybe start a band.
I'm just a huge fan. As a fellow detective, I'm just a huge fan.
Yeah, they're pretty neat, ain't they?
Well, hello, everyone. I am Juan Fessik, and I am coming to actually look after this clue crew discover what happened with them, it is nice to make your acquaintance.
Okay.
Sorry, I'm just thinking about how we all doing fake accents except for the one guy with a non-American accent.
Yeah, I'm just sitting here thinking, which part of Pakistan are these guys from?
All right. So, the wagon that you're all riding in jerks to a sudden stop, and the door swings open of its own volition. As you peer outside, you see a large mansion resting on top of a hill. The rain has let up, although flashes of lightning still light the sky on occasion through a light fog. The ground is a muddy mess as you step out. As you turn to thank the driver, assuming you do so, the cloaked figure that was steering the wagon has vanished into thin air, along with the horses that were pulling the wagon. At the base of the hill, you see a sickly green wagon with what looks like a whole bunch of stuff spilled around. Okay, so you all step out of the wagon at the base of this muddy hill. What do you do?
All right. So that green wagon you said that was at the base, I'm just gonna walk up to him and go, "Oi, you see a dog and his friends anywhere?"
There's nobody in the wagon. It is completely... It looks like that whatever was in the wagon, like the contents are just strewn about.
Oh wait, that's supposed to be the Clue Crew's wagon, isn't it?
I'd recognize that garishly coloured monstrosity anywhere. Look at it. You have no taste.
Oi, I personally think it's quite radical, this wagon.
Really? Look at it. Come on. Bright green, stupid flowers over the side of it. Bunch of snake oil salesmen if I've ever seen them.
Well, regardless, ain't nobody here. That must have left in a hurry, tis they?
Are there any tracks from the wagon?
So the tracks from the wagon, let's actually have everybody roll an investigation check.
Alrighty.
Oh, you
Nat
ready
20,
for my
baby?
incredibly high investigation check?
I'm beyond prepared.
6.
Oh.
22.
Okay.
Wow. 5.
I got a nat 20.
Ooh, okay. All right. So, so everybody notices that the tracks from this green wagon appear to come from the same direction that you guys came from, and you see that it kind of as you look at the tracks, it appears that the wagon looks like it kind of skidded, like almost like it lost control for a little bit. Those who rolled higher than a 15 notice that there are footprints. It appears to be 4 human prints and 1 set of animal prints, most likely a dog, leading up the hill. You also notice that the stuff that's strewn about the wagon was mostly food barrels, of which are all empty. Not even a crumb to be found in them.
See, I told you guys. It's not just the dog that's an animal, the rest of them are animals. Look at that. They probably came up here into some disgusting picnic and then they've just strewn it everywhere.
That's
These
probably
are not good
that's
people.
probably just my onk. Don't worry. I got the trail, and I'm sniffing the air,
Yeah,
and I follow the trail.
I have fully pulled out a what? Not a microscope. What's the word? The
magnifying glass.
Magnifying glass. Thank you. I'm on a roll today.
Quality radio, ladies and gentlemen.
Pocket. Let me just pull out my pocket microscope.
Please, actually make it a microscope. That would be much better. Just this microscope and he's...
For the rest of the recording,
it's
we'll
like a
refer to it as
microscope that he broke the base off so he can just use it.
Upon closer investigation, yes, this is mud.
Anyways, I followed the tracks.
Yeah. Does everybody else kind of want to walk up to the house?
I'm going to poke around in the back of the wagon before following the other guys.
Okay. Why don't you make a perception check for me?
Oh, good. Another thing I'm amazing at. Sure that's not an intimidation roll you want me to make, no? 16.
16. Okay. With the perception check, you notice what appeared to be a lot of scratches and maybe what looks like could have been signs of a struggle or some kind of rowdiness in the back of the wagon as you're examining the wood that it's made of.
Okay. I'm going to slip back and join the other guys.
Juan, are you doing anything?
Nope, I rolled so bad. I'm literally just following people around in circles. Yes, I see what you said there. That looks great. You're doing wonderful.
Okay.
Suddenly realizing that he hasn't introduced himself, my character's gonna stand up from his microscope. Which, you're right, that's fully within character of this man. By the way, my name's Slobberjaw Goodfink.
Nice to meet you, Slobberjaw Goodfink.
I'm just perplexed by the microscope.
They call me Goodfink on account of me being a good thinker.
Why do they call you Slobberjaw?
Drool drips from his mouth. I have no idea.
Okay. So you guys trek your way up this muddy hill. By the time you guys get up to the top, closer to the mansion, your shoes are positively soaked, and it is a thoroughly unpleasant thing to be outside.
Reminds me of home.
Bloody hell! These are designer Tims. I don't think British people wear Tims, but
I can reliably confirm that is the case. Consider me the sensitivity reader for this podcast. I don't want to use the term cultural appropriation.
But
Listen, Slobberjaw's accent was supposed to be somewhere between Australian and Cockney, and just here we are.
It landed somewhere around about Belgium.
Yeah.
Mine is just the worst possible impersonation of Ozzy Osbourne combined with AC/DC, I think. I don't know what I'm doing with this accent, but yeah.
okay, so you guys get closer to the mansion, and it appears to be really, really worn down. You don't see any light coming from the inside. Everything just looks all like the house itself is tired. You see like little cobwebs and dust in the cobwebs. The only immaculate thing that you see is the doorknob in front of you, which is brass and polished and shiny. And it sticks out to you.
And I'm just going to reach out and just turn it and push the door open.
Okay. The door swings open with a very loud and ominous creak. And as you guys, I assume everybody is going to step in.
Mm-hmm.
I'm just standing there with thieves' tools as I was about to pick the door, and then...
and then someone just opened the door.
Yeah.
Yeah. I step in and go, "Oi, honk, you in there?"
Before I go in, I'm actually going to stand in the doorway with my hands on my hips and my hair blowing gloriously in the wind, and then I'm going to walk in.
Perfect. So, as Darren calls out, you hear a voice call back to you, but it's not the voice that you recognize of your uncle. It's a different, slightly more like nasally and almost grating voice. Welcome to the house of Hannibal Barbarous. Please make sure to wipe your feet to avoid trekking mud through the premises, and feel free to take your coats off.
At last, someone with a normal accent.
I neither take my coat off and I choose to trek dirt through the freaking floors.
Okay. So as you guys, the room that you step into is actually a what looks like a cloaking hall. On either side of you, you see tons of coats and jackets that are that have been just like immaculately like hung up. They look pressed. They look like a little bit dusty, but you know, at the end of the room you see like another door with another very shiny doorknob, and then underneath that you see a welcome mat as well. What do you guys do? I know Darren said he wasn't gonna do anything, and he was just gonna track mud through the house.
Yeah. although, do I recognize any of these coats as belonging to any of the Clue crew?
Let's have you roll investigation as you start to go through the coats and jackets, and anybody else who is doing the same can also roll.
That's a 9. So
Okay.
Juan is actually taking time to undo his boots, like very, very slowly. So I got a 4 on my investigation, so clearly not paying attention.
Okay. Anybody else?
No, I'm steadfastly not removing my boots. I don't do what scary voices say, accented or not.
Okay.
Well, I'm already not wearing shoes, so I take a moment, just grab some mud, put it in my pockets for the future.
Okay.
I'm gonna make a perception check, looking around the place. Just a quick perception.
Sure. Yeah, you could just
21. Yeah, 21.
Okay.
No,
very nice.
Wow, 19. I'm great at math.
Whatever. Okay, so how do we want to do this? So, Darren, at first, like, you're just completely overwhelmed because there's so many coats that you don't know what to do with or what kind of conclusions to draw from them. However, Slobberjaw, you notice that there's a couple coats that look a little more damp, a little more dirty than the other ones. And as you reveal those to everybody else, Darren, you recognize one of them to be the jacket of your uncle.
by the way, what is my uncle's name?
That is a great question. I asked all you for your names, and I didn't give you the names of the Clue crew. So your uncle is Uncle Danny. He is incredibly stylish and loves the color purple. The other members of the Clue crew are Fran, Scoops, and Varmint.
All right. So this is Danny's coat, is what you're saying, right?
This is Danny's coat. And let's have... do you guys have your passive perceptions real quick?
17.
16.
I always forget to do passive perception. How do you calculate that again?
It's 10 plus your perception modifier.
10 plus my perception. Gotcha.
Yeah, mine's 9.
Okay.
I'm
Mine
whittling my wood.
is...
Inquisitive rogue, baby.
Mine
Yeah.
is 10.
Okay. So as you guys are passing like the coats around, you guys feel in the pockets. Let me jump back to this real quick. In one of the pockets, you find a bunch of sandwich crumbs, and Agrippa, that's the coat that you have, and you immediately feel like disgusted and stuff that you have this coat in your hand.
Right, I am keeping this coat until they pay up for the damage they caused in my village. This coat is mine, and I shove it into my backpack.
In go ahead.
like
Sorry.
grab it and I'm like, oi, that's my unc's coat.
I don't care if it's your unc's coat. Your unc owes my village for a load of sandwiches and for materials for making quote-unquote traps. This is mine. I'm going to sort of yank it back in that kind of comedy way of, no, it's mine now.
So as you guys are kind of struggling and yanking the coats back and forth, I need each of you to just roll a d20 for me.
Okay.
Oh no.
Here's with my blinding.
Oh
lights.
no, that's a nat
Six.
1.
I'm
6.
scared.
18.
Oh, cool. 19.
Okay. Darren, with your measly 1, as you yank the coat back from Agrippa. I'm saying that right, correct?
Yeah, that's right. Yeah.
Okay. As you yank the coat back, you kind of stumble backwards a little bit into the rack of coats. And immediately you feel one of the coats just start to wrap itself around your body. And then you see like it almost like rears up and like unfolds itself. And you see like this giant this mouth with sharp teeth ready to chomp into you. Let's roll initiative.
Yay.
All right.
6 again.
16 this time.
5.
Also 16.
Who has the higher dex modifier?
I'm
between
plus
the two
1.
16s?
Plus 3.
Okay, so we will have Lex first, then Nico. Ian, what'd you have?
6.
Oh, Chowder, what'd you have?
5.
Oh boy. Okay.
I rolled a 3,
So-
and then it's plus 2.
Okay. So let me pull up Mr. Cloaker. All right. So this fake coat, so to speak, has completely wrapped itself around the upper body and starting to wrap itself around the head of Darren. Lex, you are first, or Slobberjaw, sorry. Go ahead. What do you do?
I prefer good think.
Good think.
So, as my bonus action, I'm going to use Insightful Fighting, where basically I make an insight check versus their deception check. And if I
Okay.
succeed, I can use sneak attack even if I don't have all the normal requirements for sneak attack.
Ooh, okay. So I roll deception here.
Yes.
I got a 12.
I got a 10.
Ooh.
Wait, no, that's a 6 or a 9. That's a 6. Damn, 10.
Okay.
Deceit. Whenever you make an insight check to determine whether a creature is lying, treat a 7 or lower as an 8.
Okay.
So, technically, I guess I got a 12.
Okay. I'll give the tie to you. Go ahead.
Okay. And I see that it's, like, wrapped around our friend, right?
That is correct.
Do I think hitting it will damage our friend?
Just a little bit.
Oh, just a little bit? Cool.
Just
I'm
a
gonna
little.
pull out my longbow. And I'm gonna try and shoot it, I guess.
Okay. Go for it.
Be gone, foul garment. That is a 24.
24 hits.
There's my D8. And that is...
And I assume that you get a sneak attack on this.
I do.
Yep.
How much sneak attack does a level 5 rogue have? 2d6? Yeah?
3.
3? Okay. 13, 19, 24 damage.
Okay. As this happens, like your arrow is a phenomenal shot. As the arrow strikes the cloaker, and it lets out a loud cry of pain. Something that is just completely, entirely non-humanoid sounding. You also hear the sound of Darren Slags crying out from your pretty sick arrow. Both the cloaker and Darren take 12 points of damage.
All right.
Whoa.
Oh, that's a lot of damage. Oi, bloody! Who you aiming at?
Juan, it is your turn.
Okay. Juan is going to use a bonus action to cast Hunter's Mark on the cloaker.
Okay.
And then I'm going to draw my dagger and move forward to slash at its claw or its arm or whatever it's holding on to
Okay.
Darren with.
Okay. It's like this almost like leathery tail that's also just like part of its body. But yeah, go ahead and roll to attack. As Darren is just like, what the fuck?
Okay, that's a 12 to attack.
Your dagger, it gets caught a little bit in the other coats that are in the room, and your attack does not connect.
Yeah, Yep. All right. Damn it. Good luck, man.
Unfortunate. Okay. So now the cloaker is going to make a tail attack as it kind of
As a reaction, using
Yes.
my protection fighting style, I am going to impose a disadvantage on it if it's going
Okay.
for Darren.
Okay, perfect. So then this has disadvantage. Let's see. That is a 12. That is a 15 to hit on Darren.
15. Let me just double check that. Yep, just enough to hit me.
Do you have a reaction or something to help, or
Reaction,
like shield or
nothing.
something? Okay, that's fine.
Nothing I want to use now.
Okay, then I will roll damage. And you take 7 points of bludgeoning damage as it starts to kind of crush you a bit.
All right.
It is now Agrippa's turn.
So as my first action, now that I'm victorious in the cloak wars, I'm putting the coat into my backpack.
Okay.
And my second action, I will cast True Strike on the cloaker.
Okay.
So that means on my next turn, I will get advantage on my first attack against it.
Very nice. And that's your turn?
That's me.
All right. Darren, it is your turn. You can make a strength check to try to break free if you'd like. That will take your action, though.
All right. What?
Or you can just take a regular turn.
Yeah, I'm gonna use my strength to break free.
Okay, make a strength check.
So that's 14.
Ooh, that is exactly what you needed. Somehow summoning whatever kind of brute strength you have, you rip this thing to the ground, and you are now freed from the...
Okay, so as a bonus action, I'm gonna use shifting so that I take on my beast form, and I'm just like, "Ya knob! I'll rough you up! I'll tough you up!" And I'm on my next turn, I'm just gonna pounce on this fucker. So yeah, that's my turn.
Yeah. So okay, awesome. We are at the top of the order. Good Fink.
I'm gonna shoot it again. I think.
Yeah, go for it.
I was gonna. Oh wait, no. Is it on the ground now?
It is on the ground. However, Chowder is no longer affected by it, so you would get the sneak
Okay.
attack.
Does it count as prone currently?
Yes, it does.
Okay, cool. I'm gonna pull out a rapier instead.
Okay.
Gonna walk up and stab at this cursed coat.
I'm going to whisper to Goodfink, man, Dog Boy is going to be pissed at you.
That's a 16 to stab it.
16 hits. Yes.
21.
21. All right. So this time you, without it being attached to Darren, it takes the full brunt of your attacks as you slash this imposter coat. Juan, it is your turn.
Okay. I'm going to rip my arm free of the cloaks on the wall, I hope, and
Yep.
make my way over to attack again with my knife.
Go for it. And it still has the hunter's mark on it.
Yep, but it is a 7, so I will, as my bonus action, also use my hand axe because I have 2-weapon fighting.
Okay.
Hey, and I got a 14 on this one, so
That hits.
that
Yep.
hits. All right.
Fantastic.
So I bring my axe down right on top of it and do 7 damage.
7 points of damage. You two join into this madness along with the rapier. You just add your axe to the fray. Cool.
You have my rapier and my axe.
But not my knife.
No, not the knife.
We're now just in a bully circle, kicking the shit out of the coat.
This is the stuff of high adventure.
Yep. So the imposter cloak is going to use half of its movement to kind of rear itself upright, and when it fully opens its arms and like expands itself as a coat. It's pretty large, and this thing is going to take a big chomp attack towards Mr. Goodfink.
Again, I'm going to use my reaction to give the cloak disadvantage.
That's really good because I rolled a nat 20 and a 7. So
You're welcome.
Yay. Thanks.
so how do you if you just want to quickly describe like what you do to like block the attack or whatever.
So as this huge cloak is rearing up against them, rather than block it with my shield, I go down as if I'm blocking with a shield, but then grab the base of the cloak and just kind of yank at it from underneath so that it sort of slurps back. You know, in cartoons when something lunges forward and it's just in front of their face?
Yep.
That's what happens.
Yep. And as you pull it away, like the I guess what would be the arms of the cloak are just kind of waving and flailing in the air in front of Goodfink's face. Agrippa, it is now your turn.
Okay, well, with my first action, I am simply going to hit this thing, and I've got advantage because of my true strike I cast last turn.
Yes.
Nat 20.
Ooh. Okay.
Hey.
And in terms of my damage, this has British people say damage, 5.
That is a solid 5.
Oh, sorry, 5. Sorry, plus, I forgot that. I had plus 6, so 11 in total.
11 total damage.
Yeah,
okay.
makes more sense for a
Yeah.
crit.
All right. This thing is looking worse for wear.
Which is
Chowder.
funny because it's a coat, so you wear those.
That yes, I
but
totally
anyway,
did that on
so
purpose.
I'm,
Go ahead,
I'm about,
Darren.
I'm about to I pull out my longsword. I swing at this
Oh,
fucker.
so I've got a second attack, which I'm just going to use to,
Oh,
to
yeah.
hit
So
it again.
sorry.
And I got in total 22 for that.
Okay. Describe to me what happens as you kill this fake cloak.
So I'm going to go in there like thinking I'm the most heroic and the noble fighter out there. In my mind's eye, I most certainly am. And I swing this my long sword around and just bring it down in a big arc, cutting through the cloak. And I do a practiced maneuver that I've done in the past when fighting orcs and goblins. That when I impale something, I sort of heroically kick forward my foot, knock it off my blade, and then sort of swirl my sword around and sheath it. Unfortunately, you can't really do that with a cloak. So instead, I've just got my sword like jammed in the wall, and I'm kind of yunking in this sword trying to pull it out while the cloak just like hangs limply there over the sword.
Very nice. Okay. Good shit, everyone.
Was this creating
so-
like the cartoon Fight Cloud, you know, where like there's 7 people all in one giant group and there's clouds of like sparks and stuff?
More or less, and then you get like the big bam! Wow,
Yeah. Exactly.
Just
I mean,
like
regardless of that thing being dead, I'm still gonna like attack it and just tear it with my teeth and shit. So
all
yeah.
right, you absolutely shred the shit out of this fake cloak. As you do so, you start to as you go to shred, I guess what would be the fake pockets. Inside the pockets, you do find. You find what appear to be like 4 very, very like interesting looking biscuits, and kind of stamped into them are the letters CC. You also find an orange ascot inside the other pocket. Let's have the characters roll a history check.
5.
8.
4.
1.
Okay, let's this ascot, it seems familiar in a certain way, but you guys can't quite place your foot or neck on it. Okay, so there's a door at the end with another shiny doorknob with the welcome mat at the end for wiping your feet off should you choose to do so. What do you guys do?
Would you like to use your thieves' tools this time?
I for sure eat one of those biscuits.
I eat the other biscuit.
Okay, so you both gain. It's basically a potion of healing, but you guys both get a.
Unfortunate. I'm fully healed.
Oh no. It's a 2d4 plus 2 if you'd like to get some health back.
Alrighty.
Which I believe, you probably
I just wasted a healing potion because my character just wanted to eat a thing.
It tastes like a dog snack. Let's
even better.
There are 2 others left, and I assume somebody's going to hang on to them.
I mean, I clearly the ass god that could be influenced, but the biscuits that's clearly what'd you say his name was again? CC.
Oh, I thought that was Clue Crew.
It was Clue Crew.
Oh, okay. That's
Still works.
clearly the Clue Crew's biscuit. So I'm holding on to that.
Okay. So you guys make your way down to the end of the hallway. You guys wipe or don't wipe your feet, and the door swings open, and in front of you is this absolutely grand-looking hallway, or this grand hall. There's directly in front of you, there is a large staircase that probably goes up 100 feet, so to speak. And then all around you are busts of heads of you recognize the heads to be Hannibal Barbarus himself. Above them you see little paintings of other I think I misspoke there. I apologize. But yeah, as you guys go in, you guys hear that same voice again coming through the walls. Oh, thank you for wiping your feet. And to those who didn't, we will frown upon that. Please make your way down the hallway and up the stairs.
So I'm gonna take one of those busts, smash it on the ground, and go, "Wankable bitch bears! What you do with the Clue Crew?"
Oh.
Did you just say wankable?
Wankable.
I've never heard it used that way before.
I just try to come up with insulting names for this guy, but
I'm gonna pat you in the head. Good boy.
Oi, you wankable.
I'm a good boy. I wipe my tail.
I'm a good boy.
Who's a good boy?
Yeah.
I was just gonna grab one of the busts, but not break it. I was just gonna keep it.
Okay, this is a very intricately sculpted marble head bust that probably would have been worth a bunch. And you kind of think that as you look at the remains of the broken one on the ground.
Full shame.
What do you guys want to do, if anything?
I think I'll go first because I'm sock-footed and I don't want to step in their muddy path behind any of these guys that didn't take their shoes off. Rude.
Perfect.
I didn't have shoes.
True. I don't want to get mud
Also,
on
the
my
sort of people that tell you to take your shoes off when they come into your house, deep down, those people are sociopaths.
Spoiler alert, God. So as you guys start to progress forward with Juan leading the way, you guys start to make your way up towards the staircase. Juan, as you begin to move up the staircase, you feel like the steps shift under you, and you realize that the staircase is moving in the opposite direction that you were walking. I need you to make a dexterity check for me.
Dear Lord. All right, that's a nat 1. Jeez.
Okay. What is your modifier?
1. Or so it's a natural 2.
1?
Yeah.
Okay. So, as you're kind of working your way up the stairs, you're actually able to, as you're slowly moving, you're able to kind of keep yourself in place, and you get your way about maybe 30 feet of the way up until you're just kind of walking in place in tune with the rhythm of like the way the steps are moving, and you're just kind of walking in place there.
So this is pretty much just an escalator at this point, right? Like, and I'm just
at this point, yes,
moving in. All right, cool.
Yep, you're just walking. What is everybody else doing?
I guess I'm gonna run up the stairs faster than they go down.
Okay. I need you to also make a dex check as you start to sprint up the stairs, and I want you to roll with advantage.
All right. It's a good thing you gave me advantage. So my highest roll was 15.
Okay. So as you start to sprint your way up the stairs increase, and they start to like escalate faster and faster and faster. And you were almost just about to reach the top until they basically almost turn into a slide. And both you and Juan tumble down the steps because you moved too quickly and made the steps turn into the slide.
All right. Okay, as I'm sliding down, I'm gonna like shift and like use my claws to like not slide down the slide. That, you know, like claw into the ground and not slide.
You can make a dex save. And
Okay.
Juan, do you want to try to do anything similar like that?
I would say with as bad as I rolled the first time, probably not. I think I'm just gonna face plant. I think that just makes
Okay.
sense.
Okay.
Question:
Yes.
is there railings on these stairs?
Yes, but they look incredibly dilapidated.
Are the railings moving?
They are not.
I'm gonna try and like a monkey across the top of the railing.
Okay.
Anyways, I got a 14.
14. Okay. So you just about manage to claw in. You tumble a few steps down, and you take 2 points of bludgeoning damage as you do so. But you also get about you're now at the 30 feet point, and you are clinging to the side of the banister. Good thing. Go ahead and make a acrobatics check for me. And Juan, you are now at the base of the steps.
Makes sense.
Good old 18 plus 6. It's 24. Yeah.
24. Yeah. So you make it. You get. I said this was like 100 feet, right?
Hmm.
Yeah. So you get about 50 feet up. Agrippa, are you doing anything while you're watching these stair antics?
While this clown show is going on, I'm gonna get the rope from my backpack, and I'm gonna tie it tightly around one of my hand axes.
Okay.
And I'm gonna start whirling it around my head like a lasso, and then I'm gonna launch it as far up the staircase as it will go, hoping it will act as some kind of grappling hook,
Like an anchor of sorts.
like an anchor of sorts. That's a great way of putting it.
Okay. Go ahead and make an attack roll for me.
That is 15.
15. So your hook lands at about the 30-foot mark where Darren is kind of holding onto the rails. And so yeah, you basically have a point 30 feet in the stairs.
Okay, I'm going to start slowly walking my way up there.
Okay. You very, very cautiously start to work your way up the stairs, and the stairs they seem to slow down as you slowly work your way up to the 30-foot point.
See
Darren,
that?
what are you
Nice and slow.
doing? Or actually, Darren, what are you doing?
Can I reach his rope and like follow him up the grappling axe rope thing he made?
Yeah, so his axe landed at about the point you are, so the rope doesn't go up any further.
Oh, okay. Then I am just gonna claw my way to the top.
Okay. Juan, what are you doing at the base of the stairs?
So have the stairs are no longer a slide; they're like back to stair format.
They're back to like a regular escalator, but there's now a rope that you could use to help.
Okay.
Oh
if
wait,
you'd
they're
like.
back to regular escalator.
Yes. Just
Can I
maybe
just
not go quite as fast.
Can I? You know what? No. I'm just gonna sprint up the stairs again.
Oh my god.
No, don't sprint. They'll go really fast again. Go slowly.
I continue to scuttle up the railing.
Scuttling's good.
16. Or no, not 16. The opposite, 6.
Okay. And Juan, what are you using the rope to kind of help yourself up?
I'm going to slowly follow after Agrippa and make sure that I am not going quickly up the stairs this time.
Okay. Darren, with your 6, you want to go fast, but there's a certain part of you that also says maybe don't go quite as fast. And so you ever so slightly take your time going up the stairs. You guys are now at the the 60-foot mark, just past where Goodfink is scampering up the rails. And I'll have you make another acrobatics check, Goodfink.
Oh, sure. That's a 13.
13. Okay. You make it all the way up to the top of the stairs.
Cool. Was the rope all the way at the top of the stairs, or like somewhere in the middle?
It was in the middle, so the rope ended at the 30-foot point for everybody else.
Okay. I have my own rope, so I can just throw it down and tie it to something up here.
Okay. Yeah, go for it.
Just chuck the rope.
Okay.
Grab
and,
on.
The rest of you, I assume, are just going to grab the rope and go up?
Yep.
Yep.
All right, then. Using the rope, you guys pull yourselves up to the top of this very interesting staircase. Okay, in front of you, there lies yet another door with a shiny brass handle. And through the walls, you just hear that same sinister laughter again, cackling at the way everybody proceeded up the staircase.
That's fair. I get the cackling for that. That was not our finest hour. Bit of a shambles, if I'm completely honest, but we made it. So I think we can all take that away. That's a positive. We got up there.
It's a net gain.
Yeah. Would you like to use your thieves' tools on this door, or are we just going to open it?
I can do that.
Okay. Roll sleight of hand for me.
Big metal dice. That is... Damn it, I keep getting 19s, but no 20. Big sad. 25.
Okay. This time, you actually hear a loud, audible click as this door was locked, contrary to the other ones. And the door...
I would have laughed if you said that he just locked the door.
No.
Now you can break it down. You're welcome.
All right, so the door, you hear the click of the door unlocking, and it swings open. And as you guys just peer in before you step in, you guys see mirrors everywhere, on the ceiling, on the floors, on the walls. This looks like to be some sort of hall of mirrors. As you, let's have everybody roll survival for me.
Oh, no.
Man.
5.
5.
11.
5.
Okay. Oh my god. Juan, with your 11, it's a little hard to make out, but you definitely see like some mud prints leading up the stairs and into this hall, although you can't really make out any details from what they might be, but of course you can assume.
It looks like someone else was rude as well and left their boots on. I went this way. Follow me.
I'm going to subconsciously just wipe my boots a little bit on the floor to get what little dirt is left of them off.
I have some string. I wanted to buy more string, but there's no actual listed price for string in D&D. So I'll have as much as you would allow me to have.
I would say it'd probably be half as expensive as rope, I guess, or you could just use rope. So what are you gonna do with? And I'll give you You already. I assume that you would pull up some of the rope that you used on the staircase.
Yeah, I was just hoping to like leave a trail just in case we have to, in case we get lost or something, have to double back.
Okay, cool. So I'll give you 200 feet total. Is that cool?
Sure.
Okay. So as you guys step into this hall of mirrors, the door slams shut behind you, and it is immediately, it is at first very disorienting, like which way to go, which walls are actually walls. As you look at the mirrors, you see your reflections mimicking you, and for a second, you begin to realize how ridiculous you actually look. Goodfink, you take a little bit of the rope that you have, and you start to leave a trail behind you. This is absolutely going to help you guys make your way back to the beginning. So let's have everybody roll another stealth check, or not stealth, survival, now that they are in this room.
Nat 20,
4.
baby!
9.
And 22.
Nat 20.
Nice.
Chowder, Iain?
Oh,
I get 4.
Nat 20.
Ooh, okay. So after Juan points out the muddy prints from before, you guys are very, very sure that you know where you're going, and you start to follow the footprints, and you get 100 feet of progress through this hall, leaving the rope behind you as a guide for which way to go. As you get to this 100-foot point at the end of the hallway, it looks like there's maybe a little something floating in the air. Let's have everybody roll perception for me.
Good at that, I am.
Ooh, nat
I
20.
is.
14.
So that gives me a 29.
Oh my God.
16.
12.
Okay. Inside this, the floating at the. Let me roll a check here. Oh boy. Very nice.
Hello, cat.
Yikes. Okay. So that's a yikes for me, not for you guys. You guys are doing great. So at the end of the hallway, you guys see what appears to be a pair of like thick rimmed glasses and a handheld mirror. Floating would appear to be by themselves, but as you look a little bit closer, and some of you use some of the assistance with from the people who rolled incredibly high, you notice the faint, hazy, oozy-looking outline of a what appears to be like a giant gelatinous cube at the end of the hallway, ever so slowly shuffling its way towards you with the glasses in the mirror suspended.
No, you didn't.
No.
No. And in a fury, I'm gonna cast Wrathful Smite, and then swing at this fucker with my sword.
Jinkies.
If we are going directly into combat, let's roll initiative.
All right.
14.
15.
17.
It's another fucking... Okay. 22. That's like my third 19.
All right.
I wanted 20.
Delete that. Goodfink. There's probably about 60 feet away from all of you guys and the cube. With Darren, you've probably jumped ahead just a little bit. You're about 30 feet away. Goodfink, you're first.
Would I happen to know anything about gelatinous cubes?
You may roll a nature check for me, and this will count as like your free action. So
Nat 20.
Ooh. What's your modifier?
+3.
Okay, very nice. You recall that gelatinous cubes they like to hide in unsuspecting places and use their transparency to mask themselves. You know that they are very easy to hit, although they have a sizable hit point buff. And
Gotcha.
you want to be very careful getting up close to them, otherwise they might consume you.
Okay. I shout... What do you say? Muggsy, you gotta stop. My cat is here again.
That's a weird thing to say in this situation, but okay.
Ow.
Casual cat fight.
My cat is straight up tangled in my microphone cable now.
Oh no.
That is called natural selection. I'm so sorry for your loss.
My guy, hold on. He's simultaneously the smartest cat and the dumbest cat I've ever known. There you go. I saved him. His stupid
Sounds
fucking idiot
Most cats
face.
I know.
He's smart enough to know how to turn off my computer, but not smart enough to not get tangled on the reg. Anyway, I say don't get close to it. I fully lost the accent while I was dealing with it. Just don't fucking get close to it. Whatever.
Okay.
I'm gonna shoot it.
All right.
My cat's an asshole. All right. That's a. Oh, there goes the good rolls. That's a 12, but you said it's low AC, right?
It is. It is a incredibly low AC, so a 12 hits.
Good. Oh, right. Bonus action. I for deceit. The thing where I roll insight versus deception.
Cool. I have a 0.
Cool. I mean, hey, you could always roll better than me anyway.
Yep. It is a 5 - 5 for charisma.
Good. I rolled a 4 on the die, so an 8.
Nice.
Cool. So I'm gonna get sneak attack. Dope.
Yes.
19 piercing damage.
Very nice. Your arrows, they clearly stick to the outside of the cube, and you see like a little bit of what appears to be like slime and stuff start to ooze from the cube. Juan, it is your turn. You said 19 points of damage, right?
Yep.
Okay, cool. Juan, you're up.
Okay. I'm going to pull a piece of licorice out of my pocket and take a big bite out of it and make a really disgusted face because I hate licorice. But then I am going to look over to Agrippa and say, "Hurry, my friend," and cast haste on him.
Ooh.
Oh, thank you kindly.
So haste until the spell ends, which is 1 minute. The target's speed is doubled. It gains +2 bonus on AC. It has advantage on dexterity saving throws. And most importantly, it gets an additional action on each of its turn. The action can be used only to take the attack with one weapon attack only.
Yeah, gotta go fast.
And I'm going to stay kind of farther back at this point.
Okay, cool. Darren, you are up.
Okay, I'm gonna heed his warning, retreat back 30 feet, and then use Eldritch Blast on it.
Ooh, okay.
All right. So 14 hits.
Yes.
Alrighty. All right. 10 plus 2 is 12 damage.
Wow. Okay.
And
I'm pretty sure you get another bolt attack for Eldritch Blast, right? Because you're level 5.
oh wait, right. I didn't think about that. Yeah. I do. Yeah, 17 definitely hits, and
yes, it does.
7, so that's 19 damage altogether. And
how much does the second bolt do?
The second bolt does 7 damage, so 12 plus 7 is
7. Okay, perfect.
19
7.
altogether. Yep.
I'm good at math. No, I'm not.
All right, so for my bonus action, I'm gonna use Bardic Inspiration. I play a soulful drum solo and sing a mournful song. And I'm gonna give that Bardic Inspiration to who's next up, like next party member.
It's gonna be Agrippa.
Yeah, I'm gonna give that Bardic Inspiration to Agrippa. Use with that what you will, and that's my turn.
But buff that man to high heaven.
So what does your Bardic Inspiration do for me?
Bardic Inspiration. So yeah, any creature that's within 16 feet who can hear me, that creature gains 1 Bardic Inspiration die, which is a d6. So within the next 10 minutes, you can roll the die and add that number to any ability check, attack roll, or saving throw.
Thank you very much. See, I told you were a good boy.
My tail wags.
Dog playing a drum solo.
I am trying so hard to figure out what class Chowder's playing.
Oh, I'm a Bardlock.
Okay. I thought I heard like 3 other features aside from Warlock and Bard. I was like, are you 5 classes at level 1?
Oh, I did that once. It was
that's funny.
amazing. But all right, Agrippa, you're up.
Okay, so flicking my glorious mane, I am just charging towards this thing and attempting to shred it.
Okay, so you do.
Does it take
there's
an action to close?
It will take one of. You could use your haste action, I believe, to dash up, and then you would be right up close to it.
So I'll use that.
Okay, and now you just have your regular.
Oh wait,
action.
heads up! It's not a D6; it's a D10 or D8. D8. You get a D8. So for your bardic inspiration die, just so you know.
That is even better. So with my first action, then after my haste action, I am going to use a British colloquialism. I'm going to twat it with my sword.
Yeah,
I'm learning so much.
Sounds dirty.
That is 24.
That's a hit.
Okay, I will use my bardic inspiration as part of this.
So it doesn't. Bardic inspiration doesn't add to the damage. It's just
It
on
doesn't,
the actual
okay.
attack
I will
roll
just,
itself.
I won't use it then for that. Okay,
Yeah.
so I have got 17 points of damage.
Oh baby. Okay. And then you have your second attack.
Second one, I am going to go to hit it again. And that will be a 17.
That's a hit.
And this is for... that is 15 points of damage.
15.
Yes.
All right then.
Yeah, twat that wankable bastard.
I think that's a string of words that I've never heard before, and I never want to hear again.
with this,
You
with
guys
this,
are not using wankable correctly, trust me.
with this party, be prepared to hear that a lot.
I don't know, man. He seems pretty bloody wankable to me.
Oh boy. You fiercely slash into this gelatinous cube, and this thing is not doing well. You see, there's like little bits of like its, I guess, essence just kind of leaking everywhere. It is going to attempt to move into your space and try to engulf you. I need you to make a dexterity saving throw.
This you can add bardic
This
inspiration
is
to.
where the bardic inspiration is going
Yeah,
to
and you also have advantage on dexterity saving throws because of haste.
Yes.
All right, excellent. Well, thank you for that. That's better. Okay, my total then is 19.
19. You nimbly take a couple steps back as to dodge out of the way of the ever moving forward cube. Okay, cool. Good think. You up?
Okay, cool. It just went for our good friend Agrippa, and I cannot allow that. I'm gonna do the thing I've been doing and shoot it.
Okay.
Technically, as a bonus action, I can like make a perception check around just because I can. It's bonus actions, whatever.
Okay. I mean, do you want to do that?
Sure, why not? I never know what I'll find.
You never know. Go for it.
Okay, cool. It's a nat 20 on a perception check.
Okay. Yeah. You
Total 27.
You see, everybody's reflections seems to be, fighting just as hard as you guys. There's a lot of ooze and essence and stuff coming out of this cube. It's looking slightly less transparent, a little more opaque, as you guys are really putting a number into this thing.
Cool. Yeah, gonna shoot it.
Sneak attack.
It'll be fine. Oh no, that's an 11.
That's a hit.
Okay, good.
These things
That'd
have an
be
armor
very
class
sick.
of 6.
Thank you for that.
Like, they are they are just walking hit points that eat stuff.
Yeah, that's fair. Me too. 18 piercing damage.
All right,
Yes,
describe to me
hello,
what
cat. What do you
happens as you slay the cube.
Oh, I'm gonna shoot an arrow. Ow! Fuck! My cat just is going at me again. Sorry.
Yikes.
He's being an asshole today. Anyway, I'm gonna shoot an arrow.
The real villain of the campaign, your cat.
You're right. He's just old and grumpy, and he's getting grumpier, and I am sorry for him interrupting.
You're good.
I can relate to your cat.
Yeah,
on
sorry,
a personal level,
I
or
didn't-
do you have a cat?
Yeah, sorry, I didn't think he'd be this disruptive. I apologize.
Yeah, no worries. Do you want to describe what happens as you kill the cube with your arrows?
Yeah, I'm gonna shoot my arrow. It's gonna sink into the cube. We're all gonna pause for a second. Like, did it work? And then it's gonna fall apart on the ground.
Yep. I think that's exactly how I had pictured it too. As the cube falls apart in front of you guys, the set of glasses and the handheld mirror clatter to the ground.
I pick up the
seemingly
glasses.
unharmed.
I will pick them up because I'm right next to it.
Oh yeah.
Yes.
Okay, makes sense. But do I recognize who those glasses and mirror belong to? I assume I would.
You recognize the glasses to belong to Varmint. I think that's my favorite name. The mirror, go ahead and roll perception. Who's holding the mirror? Is that you?
Yeah, I've got it.
Agrippa? Okay. I want you to roll the perception check for me.
7.
Okay. You look in the mirror and you see yourself, maybe a couple hairs out of place, but besides that, you're feeling and looking pretty good.
So I'm going to hand the mirror back over towards the other one and the glasses. Like, do any of you guys recognize this?
Those glasses, they're vomits.
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 Yeah, that's what I said.
Vitamin.
Vomits. Why you? Who calls someone vomit?
All right, see, I wasn't totally kidding about those cozy vibes. I don't know, something about the thunderstorms, about the mansion, and the Scooby-Doo of it all. Oops, did I just say the magic words? I don't know, just kind of hits me with that. And probably also helps that it's a pretty cold day right now, and I am being kept aplenty toasty by a Season of the Loaf bread hoodie, a piece of Dice Populi merch, which, big thank you to people in our community. A couple of folks got together, pitched in some money, and bought me this. And I am just so grateful, not only for their kindness, but for the cozy vibes that this hoodie is contributing towards, as it keeps me nice and warm during this edit. And I will admit, it is already tainted with a tremendous amount of cat hair because, well, life is imitating art. Cats can ruin a lot of things, but what they can't ruin is our wrap-up of Season of the Loaf. So we're going to take a few minutes to talk about the seasons of our show. Just as we have changed seasons in the real world here in North America, so we do in the world of Dice Populi. Every 3 months or so, we shift from one funny name and theme to another, and with that, we shift a few different things. So let me just go down the list. Well, once again, we did not hit 50 patrons. I don't really see that as much of a bad thing, though, because I love the patrons we have. I love the ones that are joining, and I love what you're enabling us to do. You have allowed us to run advertisements on other platforms to increase our listenership even more. You have allowed us to give to charity. You have allowed us to invest the time we need into making sure art, music, and merchandise are all things that are sort of up to snuff with our show, and to even give us the time and flexibility to take this 2-hour-long adventure and just put a nice sprinkling of sound in the background just to make sure that it's a pleasant little listen no matter what your mood is. So as we shift into this, I just want to say thank you to everyone contributing. However, if we do get to 50 patrons, we are going to ensure that you get access to the 4th volume of the Dicey Waters soundtrack, which would be the music from A Second Chance, which, as I continue to work on new music, I am uniquely proud of A Second Chance for some of the stuff I did, the more obscure musical stuff and some just the bigger themes overall. But more on that in just a little while. Another big thing we're wrapping up, seasonal charity donations. We focused our charity efforts to the Bungie Foundation's iPad for Kids initiative. So just earlier today, I was able to donate from our Patreon $55 to the Bungie Foundation's iPad for Kids, which basically makes sure that kids with serious medical diagnoses and needs have their quality of life improved by making sure they have access to communication and entertainment in the form of a personal iPad. Big fan of what the Bungie Foundation has done over the years, and this seemed like a pretty good cause, really in tune with a lot of the interests of us in our community. Now, each season we also track Discord participation. So if you're not a member of our Discord, now's a great time to join because we're about to reset the leaderboard. But a quick look at what we saw over the last 3 months or so. Our little bot named Uge, he takes a look at how participative people are, number of messages, and gives them a level. So whoever is the highest rank at the end of a season, according to Uge, gets a little sansen, get a little giveaway. Now, for third place over these past 3 months, in our Discord is our friend Toastalator at level 18 with 1.1 thousand messages. Ugh, if that is third place, that is a high bar, but I think you guys can handle it. So if you jump in, you'll also see our second place at level 21 with 1.4 thousand messages is Hertasi. And I wish first place was even close, but with level 34 and 3.3 thousand messages is our good friend Takale. This might come to no surprise to those of you who are part of the Discord, but Takale, you have won Season of the Loaf's Discord competition, and if you partner with us, we'll shoot you a message, and make sure that you get a little bit of swag, kind of like the Candlekeep Mysteries or the Dice Populi travel mug from seasons past. We'll figure out what you need. If you want more info on Patreon profit and transparency and all that stuff and how we're handling that, there will be a news post on dicepopuli.com. You can get more info. But by and large, that wraps up Season of the Loaf. Excellent timing as we finally meet the Grain Brothers at the core of the Loaf and its memeology within our podcast community. But it is now time to shift into something a little more forward-thinking, a little more topical, and maybe a little more practical. We're in sort of a weird position right now with how much we're trying to produce on the back end, while also figuring out how do we want to grow this production entirely. And nothing really fits that theme better than a piece of paraphernalia from our adventure Meant to Be, our current adventure in Dicey Waters run by Chowder. So we will be calling our next 3 months the Season of the Crystal. So for Season of the Crystal, our Patreon donations will be focused towards the Center for Disaster Philanthropy. This is a group that focuses on coordinating and mobilizing groups to aid in relief and support for those affected by natural disasters, at least here in the United States. And especially as we have wildfires all over the West Coast and hurricanes and tropical storms battering the East and the South, there are a lot of people being hurt by this stuff in a big way, and anything we can do to help, we would love to do. So 20% of our Patreon revenue after Patreon takes its cut is going to the Center for Disaster Philanthropy. So if you do sign up for any of the other myriad benefits of our Patreon community, this is just another one, knowing that you're helping a lot of people in need. Now, our podcast release roadmap is a little less specific this time, just because we're kind of plowing through Meant to Be. Our current adventure will at least last us until the end of the year. So Chowder's adventure is going strong, and to be honest, Chowder, take as much time as you want. I am having a hell of a time trying to figure out the next part of the podcast when I don't know how your story is going to end, so please, take your time. It's fine. In other news for Patreon releases, we have got on today, for any level of the Patreon, you can see a new animation made by me, adapting a short clip of audio into visual medium from episode 2 of the podcast. This short is called The Trouble. So you can go and take a look at that. I have updated the style last time to be something I think a little more unique, and I'm pretty excited. I think it's pretty funny and a good time, and I want to keep making these, but they take, this is a short animation, it takes a lot of time to do. So any excuse to make more, I would love to spend the time. This weekend, October 2nd, Entrenched number 9, Mission Accomplished will be releasing. We are nearing the end of what Ryan is calling a prologue of this bonus campaign, and holy fucking shitballs, wankable folks, like, it's really blowing our hair back here. Entrenched is going some crazy places, and I hope that you guys enjoy it. We thought that we fucked up back in number 2. It is whoa Nelly. stay tuned for that. So that's for those at the $5 level on our Patreon. You can hear those episodes. Title voting has been a regular staple once again, as you guys have voted on titles such as Grain and Abel. Just such a good episode title. Your judgment never leads us astray. So Patreon members, as we come up with new episodes of Dicey Waters, you'll get a poll that will allow you to vote on what an upcoming episode title will be. And I love this part. I'm glad we're back to the point where we can keep doing this. As far as planned content, we also have some loose ideas. I was thinking of doing a musical composition live stream, maybe just live streaming me editing music for that next soundtrack. It seems more fun than me just noodling on a piano. But yeah, I think that could be a pretty interesting behind the scenes. Ryan is throwing around the idea of host interviews with us DMs to give you a little more insight into how we're running this show. And live action versions of the Trouble and First Impressions animations. The way that those work is I actually have to shoot myself on video and then draw over it. And with both styles, they really mask what I look like underneath. And it's just that's going to be some fun content to put out there, like a little how I made it. And at the end of the season, we will once again reveal the highest ranked Discord member by Uge and the total amount earned for the Center for Disaster Philanthropy. As well as whether or not we hit that seasonal goal. And for anybody looking to get friends into the podcast, we also just updated our recap episode, our introductory episode called Welcome to Dice Populi. That is permanently affixed to the Dice Populi website. So if you go to dicepopuli.com, Welcome to Dice Populi is right there. Within 5 minutes, they'll get an intro to all the characters and the concept of the show, and they can decide, do they want to jump in at the beginning or listen to a full recap of the adventure so far. Some people don't want to binge podcasts, and that's fine. So instead of 50 episodes, there's a 20-minute recap right there that'll get them up to speed. We have tried to make it as accessible and easy as possible, so don't feel embarrassed to ask your friend to listen to a podcast. We did the hard work for you, I hope. Also on that page is the link to join our Patreon, which, again, you can get these animations. The Tides Shanty, oh my god, that was so fun. And you also get the Entrenched campaign, a whole bunch of extra stuff and all the other content that we want to throw out there. So it's a crazy time for our story and our crew. Join us as we peer through the season of the Crystal together and see what is to come. Lastly, for this episode, once again, a big thank you to Matt for running this adventure and throwing it together. Matt was the conceiver of this whole thing. I went through, did the editing and sound design, very light though it may be. And once again, a massive thank you to Chowder for joining in, and our friends, Iain, Nico, and Lex. Again, you can find all their different projects listed in our show notes. Thank you, thank you, thank you. We love our community and the friends that we've made. So enjoy the rest of the show. See if cats stop being assholes to me or to them in the rest of the House of Hannibal Barbarus.
I am going to take this moment to let my cat outside and hopefully he'll leave me alone for the rest of
Okay, fair enough.
Right back.
As you guys, let's have, as you pass the mirror around, who did you pass the mirror to? You passed it to Darren?
Yeah, I give it to Darren, yeah.
Okay, Darren, roll perception for me.
All right. That is 15.
15. Okay. So you notice as you take a close look in this mirror, you can see yourself.
Okay.
You also see as you look into the mirror, you notice that since you have all of these like mirrors around you, you can kind of see like the mirrors are doing that thing where they're reflecting against themselves, and they seem to make like that endless tunnel that they do as it just keeps like reflecting on itself.
I try to put my hand through one of the mirrors.
Yes, you may. As you put your hand through, you reach out your hand directly behind you, and you watch as your hand appears to go straight through the mirror.
So which way do we go?
Why don't let's pause for a second. We'll wait for Lex, and then we will.
While we're paused, can I try
Sure.
the glasses on?
Yeah, go for it.
I try the glasses on. Do I look amazing?
If I'll let the other players determine that.
You're,
What do you think, boys?
you really pulled them off. You look wonderful.
They make you look sharp. Just like, and I shed a tear, Vomit used to look.
Oh my god.
How easy is it to see in these glasses?
They're incredibly thick. You would probably have disadvantage on perception checks if you keep them on for too long.
Yeah, I take them off and kind of rub my temples. I'm like, wow, your friend Vomit had terrible eyesight. But I'm going to fold the glasses up and hand them back to Darren and pat him in the shoulder. And
Blind as a bat who had its eyes scooped out by a spoon.
Jesus.
That is disturbing imagery.
Are there any giant canvas pictures on the wall where the eyeballs keep like going back and forth watching us as we do things?
You know, in hindsight, I wish I had done that, but unfortunately, this is just your standard run-of-the-mill Hall of Mirrors.
Gotcha.
That would have been fun, though. Maybe that'd be another addition to this fun House of Doom.
Hi, I'm back. I am so sorry that my cat has been so disruptive during this whole thing.
You're totally fine. So they, Darren, do you want to describe what you discovered?
Oh yeah. So I noticed that like the mirror or the funhouse mirrors and the mirror I'm holding, they kind of make a sort of infinite loopy thing, and I put my hand through one of the mirrors and see that it goes through. You can go through these mirrors.
Oh, buck wild.
Blimey. Should we go through these?
I think I'm going to immediately dive in one.
I follow suit.
Okay. As you dive through the mirror, Chowder, your hand loses grip of the mirror that you were holding, and it clatters to the ground. You and Goodfink are on the other side, and we'll get to you guys in a second. Agrippa and Juan, you guys are still in the Hall of Mirrors.
I'm going to try and grab the mirror before it hits the floor because I'm really superstitious that if that breaks, somebody's going to get 7 years of bad luck.
Yep. Make a dex check for me.
I think somebody's going to get 7 years of bad luck because I just rolled a 7.
Are we still within a minute? Because you might still have haste.
Oh, right. Okay. Do I still have haste?
Yeah, I'll allow it.
Okay, let's upgrade that to 9 instead.
Okay. So the handle clatters and it makes a loud like ringing sound, and you feel like it's almost like the whole room kind of rumbles. But the mirror does not break.
My mother would have killed me if that broke. She's very superstitious about these things.
As you do pick up the mirror, you do see a very small crack on the ground, though.
That doesn't count. That doesn't count as a breakage. It's a small crack. We're good.
Totally agree.
We'll probably break your mother's back. I don't know.
Do not step there.
Yeah. Well, so what do you two do?
I'm going to study this mirror because I'm going to hold it up with my back to the mirror that those two jumped through, and I'm going to hold the mirror up to see if I can see anything reflected in it.
And I'm going to test walking
so you
through
see...
while he's holding it up too, like they did.
Yep.
So.
Yep. So so as you hold up the mirror, you see like that infinite tunnel going behind you again as the mirrors just keep reflecting on themselves. Juan, you step right through, and you immediately are joined with Goodfink and Darren. You're the last one, Agrippa. What do you
Great,
do?
so I'm the mirror doorman.
Yes.
Can you guys hear me?
You guys can hear him. Yes.
No, we cannot hear a word you're saying.
Right, let's split up and look for clues. I'll wait here with the mirror.
So as you stand there, Goodfink, Juan, and Darren, you guys are inside what appears to be a massive great hall. This is a 100 by 100 foot room, and there are two incredibly long tables that go from end to end. On the first few on the tables, you see a whole bunch of food. You see like sweet rolls, you see meat, you see things of cheese. I'm only naming foods in Skyrim. I don't know why. and you see like it looks like there's some things that have been have had bite marks taken out of them, but that's what you guys see at the moment. What do you guys do?
I sniff the food. Do I like sense anything? Like, do I smell anything out of this food that's like off-putting?
I will have you roll investigation.
Okay.
For me for that.
At 20.
Ooh, okay. Plus whatever modifier.
Yep. Plus whatever modifier. That would be my investigation. 1 plus 1.
Very nice. Okay. So you smell the food, and it smells absolutely delectable. With your high investigation, though, you kind of start to peer down the table. So in the room, you also notice, standing at attention at each of the corners, you see 4 suits of armor that just seem to be standing there watching. You also notice that on the other, so this is a 100-foot room. You have like the first 50-foot of table covered in food. On the other half of the table, the plates and the cups, they are completely empty, and they appear to be almost like nailed or adhering to the table. And as you look at the tables, you notice that the tables themselves are bolted down onto the ground as well.
Now, why would someone do that?
Maybe we are on a boat.
As you guys are kind of standing there, Agrippa, are you still just like standing in the Hall of Mirrors?
I'm also trying out various mock heroic poses as I do so, because there's a lot of mirrors here, and I'm finding really what looks best.
Okay, more power to you. As you guys all hear the voice through the walls again, and this time you hear it say, the great where is he? The great Hannibal Barbarous will see you soon. Please make yourselves comfortable, try the food, and be sure to share with all your guests.
Is there like a doorway like that looks like somebody would come through, like a 1 point?
At the end of the hallway, you see yet another door with a shiny brass handle.
I just kicked that door down.
As you walk across the room, you step past what appears to be like that line of where there's like food on the plates, and then all of a sudden like nothing. And it feels like your whole world is turned upside down, and you feel yourself start to almost fall upwards. Make a dexterity save for me.
Oh no. 13.
Oh boy. All right. So as you try
think
to
it
grasp
could be
onto.
acrobatics, because
No, this is a saving throw.
Oh, saving. Oh
I
wait.
think I get
oh
it.
wait, then it's 15.
15?
15, yeah.
You lucky son of a bitch. So as you start to fall upwards, you look up and you see what appears to be a whole bunch of food and drink plastered to the ceiling. And somehow, almost instantly, you manage to grab onto the top of the table. You are now, you're basically dangling upwards while you're holding onto the table to keep yourself from slamming into the ceiling.
I'll run
Enough
over.
with the tricks, you bloody... I yell out, enough with the tricks, you bloody sheep wanker! Show yourself!
I'll run over there and try to not cross the line, but like grab Darren.
I am so glad I'm not there to hear that.
Ooh.
That's the most disturbing imagery of today.
For now. Nico, what were you saying?
No, I run over and I try not to cross the line, but I also try to grab Darren and bring him back into our group.
Okay. Make a make a strength check for me as you try to like grab him back and pull him over to the right side.
I got a 12.
That will work. I'll allow that. So you manage to like pull him, and then Darren, he basically like falls down and slams onto the table where gravity seems to be working properly, and you are slightly covered in food and drink, but you are no longer at risk of falling.
All right, so to test out what just happened, I'm going to take whatever's nearby, whatever piece of food or drink, and just throw it over the line and to see if it does the gravity thing.
It absolutely does. You toss it, and it starts to like kind of fall down. But then, as soon as it crosses that line, it immediately starts to just go fly right up. And with a loud crash, you hear the plate break as it slams against the ceiling.
But the suits
on the ceiling.
The suits of armor are the feet are down on our side, right? I mean, they're
Yes,
in the anti-gravity side, though, right?
They are, yes, they are on the floor. Like, all of them are on the floor.
What's on the ceiling? Like, if you look
Just
up.
food, drink. That's all you can really see for now.
Gotcha. Are the knights like bolted down to the ground, or
The knights that are in the corners of like the anti-gravity zone, they appear to have some bolts in their feet.
okay? Let's see here. Can we do?
So if we crawled, like, how far did the tables go? So if we got under the tables and crawled so that when we flipped, so that when the gravity flipped, we were on the tables instead of falling to the ceiling.
So you would there's basically 2 tables. There's about 20 feet from the end of the table to each knight.
Okay. Wait, did the voice say something about like feeding your friends or something? Right?
Yes,
did I
it
imagine
did.
That?
You hear the voice say through the walls, "Why, yes, what a good listener we have."
Is the goal here just to put food into the armor? Is that what? Are we just supposed to just eat the food?
Or are we supposed
Or-
to feed the knights?
Yeah, that's what
Yeah.
I'm saying. Like,
Well, there are 2 knights on your side of the rooms. You can try it out, see what happens.
I didn't realize there were knights
Okay.
on our side of the room too.
Okay, I'm gonna.
Yes, yeah. I'm sorry. I said that they were in all corners of the room.
Gotcha.
Gotcha.
So,
Okay,
Yes.
gotcha. So I'm gonna take a piece of cheese and just open up the front visor
Yep.
lid thing
Yeah,
of the knight
I'm
and
gonna do
just
this-
put the cheese down there.
I'm gonna do the same with like one of those sweet rolls from Skyrim.
Yep. So you guys take your respective foods and open up the visors of the knights, and you guys drop it in, and with a loud chunk, the visor slams shut, and the knight appears to go from crossing his hands in front of him to basically being at rest and relaxed at his sides.
Oh, he had a tummy ache.
Not anymore.
He was a hungry boy.
Hungry.
Okay, so
Agrippa, are you still in the Hall of Mirrors?
Yeah, can I hear any of this nonsense happening?
You hear everything, especially the sound of the plate hitting the ceiling. Definitely would have caught your attention.
Okay, against my better judgment then, holding the mirror, I'm going to walk backwards through into the infinite corridor of mirrorness.
Okay. As you step into the mirrors, your hand, you drop the mirror, and you are in this great feast hall along with everybody else. Right as soon as you come there, just in time to see the knights relax at arms.
And Juan's about to
as-
put food in one of the knights' mouths again, just to see if more food helps.
Yeah, go for it. It doesn't really do much, but you know, I'm sure that they're happy.
Are you guys feeding suits of armor?
Agrippa, do not cross that line. And I point to the ceiling to show all the food and plates and stuff.
Now that we've fed the knights on this side, I'm gonna take out that bus to like throw it across the line to see if anything changed.
Okay. Nothing has changed, and the bus just flies up through the air and smashes on the ceiling. And the voice calls through the walls and say, "Ooh, that was valuable, wasn't it?"
If there were more, I'd smash them. Okay, do any of you blokes got mage hand? Maybe we can, like, feed the other knights with that.
Question: are the knights' visors up on the other side?
They are not.
Okay.
You guys had to raise the visors on for the 2 knights on your side. Also, just to know, Mage Hand does have a range of 30 feet, and there's 50 feet in between where that line is and where the other knights are.
So I'm gonna pull out some pythons, which are the rock climbing things.
Okay.
And I am fully just gonna go on the other side and use those to like crawl to the knights to feed them.
Okay. So let me think about this. So I'm going to say this does let you basically create your own footholds as you like slide across the top of the table. You're still going to have to make an athletics check because you're basically in free fall and climbing and stuff.
Yeah, no worries.
Okay.
Oh, I was thinking like actually going on the ceiling and pulling my way down the wall to them, not to the table.
Wait. I'm confused. I'm sorry.
So I go on the other side. I
Okay.
fall to the ceiling.
Okay.
Well, depends on how high it is if I do this or not. How high is the ceiling?
It is a 100-foot square room, so 100
Oh,
feet.
fully never mind. Actually didn't realize how tall the room was. That's a whole lot more damage than I'm willing to take. Never mind that plan.
It's only 10d6.
That's enough to kill me. Max roll, I'm gone. So with that in mind, maybe don't do that. Who here has a good athletics, though?
I do, and also I got something else up my sleeve. So I am going to cast Enhance Ability. You touch a creature and bestow upon a magical enhancement. Choose one of the following effects. I am going with Bull Strength. The target has advantage on strength checks, and their carry capacity doubles.
Wow. Okay.
So I'm gonna cast that on myself, and I'm just gonna like crawl to the knights on the other side. You know, once I pass that line, it's like climbing thing. So yeah.
So are you... Okay, so describe to me what you're doing as you cross the line where gravity flips.
All right. Firstly, I am under the table so that, you know, at least at first when gravity falls, the table is behind my back. I am like clawing at the ground. Or actually, I got two hand axes that I'm kind of using as like climber's picks.
Okay.
And
So you're on the underside of the table using axes to kind of drag yourself along.
Yeah, exactly.
Okay. Go ahead and make that strength check for me.
Alrighty. Advantage, thank God. That is 16.
Okay. So you
Wait, 18.
crawl and 18.
Yep.
Either way. You crawl and you make your way underneath one of the tables, and you successfully pull yourself to the end. And as you peer out the underside of the table, you see the knight about 20 feet away. With his visor is still down.
Wait a second. His visor is down, but gravity's flipped.
But he's hanging upside down.
But gravity's flipped. How is the visor down?
Cruel.
I see that you have found a flaw in my logic here. Let's just
don't worry, the answer is magic. Because of magic.
It's magic.
I'm assuming just cruel magic.
Considering the knights don't seem to be as affected, even though like they have the bolts in their feet, but they don't really seem to be as affected by this as much as other things. Otherwise, their arms would be flying up too, you know. So the visors are the visor is down.
Okay.
What
then
do you
I
do?
Can I reach the knight's visor like using my longsword? Like I'm reaching out. I'm trying to like open the visor with the longsword. You said 20 feet, right? Yeah, no, that's not.
Yes, that's assume you have like a 5-foot reach.
Okay. Go with me on this as I revisit my original plan, but smarter.
Okay.
'Cause I'm a good thinker. So on the normal gravity side,
Yes.
right? I use the pythons to climb to the top of the ceiling on the normal gravity side.
Okay.
Then shimmy over to the flip gravity side.
Okay.
And now I'm on the ceiling.
And then you theoretically could walk on the ceiling. Yes.
Yes. And then I can use the pythons to climb down the other way to the knight.
Okay. All right. You're gonna have to roll athletics to climb up the non-gravity flipped side.
Is Goodfink saying this out loud?
Yes.
Okay.
Wait.
Why don't you?
I'm a good thinker. Hear me out.
You're a very good thinker. How about you give the pythons to me and I'll do that?
Wait, but
And I'll
quick,
flick
quick,
my hair
though.
heroically.
Something prestidigitation can do. A puff of wind. So I'm thinking I use prestidigitation to create a puff of wind that'll open the visor. Can I do that? Would you let that happen?
Prestidigitation 5e. Let me see. I got it. A little puff of wind, huh? I will allow that.
Yes.
I just think the idea of just a little fart cloud, just opening up the visor is really funny to me.
All right. I use prestidigitation, create a little fart cloud to open up the visor.
All right, and with a loud clang, the visor swings upward and appears to be stuck in place.
Yes.
Now,
But hear me out. I can climb up.
I like this plan. Give them to me. I'll climb up. I'll walk along the ceiling because that looks kind of cool. I'll walk down and then I'll start lobbing cheese into the.
Actually, I have a second climber's kit in my inventory as well, so I'll say,
Let's both do it.
take mine, and I'll give you this. I don't want to go there. And I'll hand it to Agrippa. That looks terrifying. And I'll sit down to
What are the walls made of?
eat a piece of bread from the table while I'm watching these three do this.
bread. Nice.
Okay, I'm gonna take.
Okay.
And like the visor's open, and we could just like chuck cheese from across the room, but I'm fully choosing to not notice.
Yeah, I'm all in this ceiling climbing plan. This is amazing. It's
Okay.
going to work.
I'm gonna
Okay.
take a piece of food and try to toss a piece of food into the knight's visor or helmet.
There's no food on the table on your side. It's all on the ceiling, and I do not recall you saying that you brought food with you. So,
I
I
didn't.
want to see this ceiling plan work. So, whoever's climbing, roll athletics for me.
Listen, Chowder did the actual best plan, but
This is
But-
the glorious plan.
like
But
you did
you got the visor
90% of the
open.
work.
The visor
before I
is open.
climb, I am taking some food from the table.
Yes.
I'm putting it
yes.
in my backpack where it's easily reachable.
Okay. And let's see those checks. Is Juan climbing as well?
No, I handed
or
my
he gave
climbing
his
kit
kit to-
over to Agrippa. So I'm
Okay.
making a sandwich now. Like I'm breaking apart the bread and I'm putting some cheese in there.
Wise man.
Yeah, I'm fully just taking a sweet roll and shoving it full of cheese and see how it tastes.
I got 24.
Oh, beautiful. Okay. And Goodfink, are you climbing up as well?
He told me not to.
Oh no, I thought you
so-
both were.
Okay. All right.
Oh,
I
he
don't
said,
get-
"Why don't you let me do it?" And I said, "Okay."
That is fine. Agrippa, you artfully climb your way to the top. You even stopped to like pose for a little bit, about halfway up,
Naturally.
just because you know you look so damn good. And you are now, basically you climb to the top, and then you kind of shimmy your way over, and you are now successfully standing on the ceiling of the reverse gravity zone.
Okay, I start walking towards where I could get an easy cheese shot into the visor.
Okay.
Easy
It is.
cheese shot.
So it's about 100 feet up, 100-foot square room, remember? But yeah, I kind of want to see this.
Okay, so here's where the rare common sense is going to come into, because my theory is that when the cheese expertly enters the visor, the anti-gravity is going to turn off. So I am tying a rope around my waist,
Okay.
tying the other end round one of my climbing spikes,
Okay.
and I am going to secure that part way down the other wall, the anti-gravity wall.
Wait, but
So
there's 4 armors, right? So we would have to like.
There are 4 knights.
Do it twice.
So we would have to do this twice. Yeah.
See what's going to happen. You're going to climb down to one night, feed it, climb back down, walk on the ceiling to the other side, and do it again.
Well, now that he's on the ceiling, he could just walk across the ceiling so he's above the other knight, too.
I just had the thought, if you need more handholds, I can shoot my arrows to make handhold as you go.
You see, that's probably unnecessary, but it sounds really cool. So I absolutely 100% approve of this idea.
All right.
So I'm going to act as if we've discussed the arrow handholds plan beforehand, and I'm going to flick my two fingers in that sort of generic television hand gesture for make the plan happen.
The little finger salute.
This plan is so much, and I love it. D&D is great. D&D is a great game, guys.
Okay.
Can I at least use prestidigitation to create another puff of wind to open the other knight's mask or visor?
You would have to get a little bit closer. So you'd have to basically scale the underside of that other table, too.
I will do just that, then.
Okay, so while they are monkeying around on the ceiling, you shimmy your way down, and you are working on that table as well. And I won't make you roll because you've already succeeded doing it once, and that experience would carry over.
All right, rad.
Okay. So meanwhile, on the ceiling, what piece of food are you going to chuck into the night below you?
A bit of cheese.
Okay. Make a strength check for me.
Ooh, not 20, so 26.
Ooh.
Nothing but net.
It is absolutely the most perfect shot of throwing a cheese wheel you could ever do. If it were a sport, you would be the all-star. You'd be
all-star
that famous
cheese thrower.
All those years of practice
Exactly.
paying off.
My village has an old custom of cheese throwing every year when the cheese is finally made, whatever you call that process. The old people will take the cheese to a hill outside the town and put buckets at the bottom, and it's customary for the young people to throw bits of cheese into the buckets to honour the deity of cheese making.
Seems like an awful good waste of cheese, Gromit.
That is a quality backstory right there coming into play in the game.
That's
Next
amazing.
character's a cheesemonger.
Cheese. Yeah, nothing but net, and the visor swings close, and the knight is now his arms shift, and he is now at rest. Darren, you successfully used prestidigitation to blow open the visor of the other knight. And yeah, so now what do you guys do?
Can I reach this knight with a bit of bread?
If you walk across the ceiling to the other side of the room, then yes.
I will attempt that, but before I throw the bread, I'm going to secure myself in place with the whole rope climbing spike, leave me dangling combo, so that I don't just plummet to my death.
Okay. You pin the climbing pitten. Is that how you pronounce it? Python?
I've never known.
Yeah. The climbing spike thingamajig. You hammer that into the side of the room, and you are now basically strapped to the top. Make another strength check for me as you try to hurl this piece of bread into the gaping hole of the knight.
Could I secure myself a sort of reasonable distance from the ground so I could drop down rather than sort of leave me hanging there pathetically?
Yeah, how much rope do you have?
50 feet.
Yeah, okay.
Okay, so here we go. Round 2. So that is not a nat 20, but 20 on the nose.
20 on the nose will succeed. This one, it makes you a little nervous as you throw it, as the bread seems to just kind of... It feels like you didn't put quite enough into it, but then it sails into it with a loud clang. The visor closes, the knight rests, and you suddenly feel yourself fall a bit. Luckily, you had the climbing spike thingamajig, and you are pinned. You are hanging off the wall 50 feet in the air. Chowder, with a bit of a loud crash, you fall from the underside of the table, but you don't take any damage. But Agrippa is now suspended 50 feet in the air.
So I'm going to use another climbing spike to whack that into the wall, and then I'm going to try and, after de-securing the rope, if that's a word, try and actually climb down the wall.
Okay. Make one more athletics check for me as you climb down.
Okay, not as good. That will be 14.
14. You make it about 20 feet down, and then you slip and you take 2 points of bludgeoning damage as you crash into the floor. But all of the knights appear to have been fed, and the gravity seems to be working as intended. And honestly, I think 2 points of bludgeoning damage is more than fair for whatever the fuck just happened.
That's pretty generous. Like, because I'm reading Enhance, and like one of the thing is Cat's Grace, right? And it says it also doesn't take damage from 20 feet or less if it isn't incapacitated. So I assume 20 feet, you do get damage for falling from the hat.
So I thought you only pick one of the buffs to give him.
No. I'm saying that like if we're going as rules as written, I think 20 feet would do more damage. Than that.
That's fine.
Yeah, no. Yes,
I rolled like shit. I rolled 2d6 and I rolled a 1 and a 1.
Oh, so. I see. Okay.
So
yeah. Well, we also have a custom in my village that every year.
You okay there, Agrippa?
Yeah. That was a controlled descent. Everything's good. So check that I look great. Pick myself up, and I give the pitons, pitans, whatever they're called, back to Slobberjaw.
You a crazy bloke. Okay. We should join up. We should start a band together.
We should.
We
call it we call the band the Pitans.
Yep. So as the food and plates on the ceiling start to fall, don't worry, none of it's going to hit you. Like you guys don't take any damage. You guys do notice there appears to be a very tall made sandwich with a giant skewer down the middle that falls.
I recognize that.
I'm sure you do, as that is a sandwich that can only be expertly crafted by the one and only Scoops.
I glare at the sandwich and kick it.
He'll pay for this!
He will pay for it. He will definitely pay for it. He owes the inn in my village. Old Man Winkles once paid.
I will casually walk over to the door now that those three have done.
No, I don't think you get it. They're dead. They bloody kicked it. I'm going to kill that puppet man.
I think we have to go these way.
All right.
I'm going to kick the door down.
So Nico was Juan was at the door first. So what do you do there?
I was just going to open it up, just casually walk through after they did all that hard work and I sat around eating a sandwich. I was just going to walk to the door and swing it wide open.
Okay. So the door swings wide open. In front of you is a giant circular room that's probably it looks like it has a whole bunch of little indentations in the middle of it. In each of those indentations, it has like a little a bust or like a mannequin of a figure. And some of those figures you don't recognize. A couple you do. You actually recognize to be almost like figurines of the Clue crew. In the middle of the room, you see a giant another head bust. And this one isn't small like the ones that you guys were carrying before. No, this one is about 10 feet tall. In this one is in the bust of Hannibal Barbarus. And as you guys step into the room, you notice that there are 4 bodies laying on the ground around this giant stone bust. And that voice calls out to you, this time not from the walls, but from the bust itself. Well, it appears you've made it to the Hall of Puppets. I created the Clue Crew in an effort to basically control the minds of everybody else. Because whatever the Clue Crew does, everybody else follows. Isn't that right? And he indicates towards the people who are clearly dressed as detectives. Everybody wants to be the Clue Crew.
I don't get it.
No, I'm just here to collect for sandwiches, drinks, and trap-making equipment. These guys have left a big bill behind, so if you'll pay me, I will be on my way.
I'm afraid that it's past that, and they, as you see, they're in no way, shape, or form to pay. Of course, you could always pay their debt with your life if you'd like.
Wait, they're
that's
puppets? But
It's proper psycho
but
talk there.
I've known daddies all my life. How is that possible?
Magic.
Just like those knights' visors.
As you hear him speak out again, he says, "Well, I suppose that all good things must come to an end. Puppets, to attention!" And you guys see as if they're like invisible strings being pulled from this, like from the arms and legs and like the bodies of these the adventurers there. You see them slowly start to rise in this really like creepy, unsettling way. We are going to roll initiative one last time.
I am going to enjoy this.
7.
18.
6.
Goodfink had a 6.
Yep.
Okay. Juan, what'd you
8.
have? 8. Agrippa, what'd you have?
18.
18. Chowder, what'd you have?
7.
7. Okay. So just do all this. I apologize. Promote. Okay. So from as you guys are kind of stand at ready, as you see like these four the four adventurers like kind of shambling towards you guys, you do see that there appears to be like almost like this magical, not so much a string but more like a tether that kind of feeds back to the statue. And so with that in mind, Agrippa, you may go lead off.
Okay, I am going to cast, as my first action, True Strike against the large statue.
Okay.
And as my second action, I'm going to try and make my way towards the large statue, the large bust.
Okay. As you get to, you guys are now right now about 30 feet away from the statue, and the other adventurers are about halfway in between. So if you do want to move past them, you'll probably incur some attacks of opportunity. So if that affects anything that you want to do.
Okay, well, I will be, I'm assuming that my action is got me close enough to be near them, and I can't go through them to get to the statue this turn. So that's me done. I've done my two.
Yep. So you are in front of the four adventurers. One appears to be dressed in like a white blouse. Looks like she probably had an ascot around her neck, but who knows? She is going to take a swing at the person who is closest. That is a 12.
Okay, my armor class is 18.
Oh my goodness. Okay. So her claws, like her hands have kind of turned into like these gross claws. They kind of rake uselessly against your armor. The other three are going to start to shamble towards the rest of the party. If you'd like to make an opportunity attack against any one of them, Agrippa, by all means, go ahead.
Which one looks most like the sandwich monkey?
That would be Scoops.
Scoops is getting it. That is 22.
That is a hit.
And that is 12 points of damage.
12 points. Okay. You slash into what appears to be Scoops. He's like the taller, more lanky. Definitely, like if he was a person, he looks like he'd probably be like really high right now. But he kind of shakes off your blow and keeps walking towards everybody else. Juan, it is your turn.
Okay, so these adventurers, they're actual humanoid people, right? They're not like the constructs that we saw around?
These are humanoids,
Perfect.
yes.
I am going to say, not yet. And I'm going to cast Hold Person on the two closest people to Agrippa. So,
Okay.
Nice.
Let's see. I have to make a wisdom save.
yep,
for
DC
that, right?
14.
Okay. That is a let me see. That is a 15 and a 12.
All right.
So one of them, I think one of them becomes paralyzed by your spell. And you see that Scoops keeps on shambling forward, although one of them that appears to have been struggling to walk without, as if they couldn't really see properly, they freeze in location.
Awesome. Yep, it is paralyzed. And that's my turn.
And it is paralyzed. Awesome. All right. Darren Slags, what are you doing?
I am going to cast Shatter, which has a 60-foot range, on the bust of Bananable Lecter.
Hannibal Barbarous.
Bananable Lecter.
All right. What do I have to do for that?
All right, that is a Constitution saving throw. I assume it's made of stone or something inorganic, so you have disadvantage.
It is made of marble. So that is... I had a nat 20 and a 2. So 5 total.
All right, you fail, so that means you take 3d8 thunder damage.
Oh my god.
And any non-magical objects around the bust also shatter within a 10-foot radius.
Okay. Yeah, there isn't, but that's good to know.
So that is 15 damage altogether.
Holy shit. That is good to know. Okay, then. Let's do... Sorry, just got to clean something up here. Okay, awesome. Yeah. So your spell connects, and it connects hard. Visible cracks can be seen against the statue as they start to form from the base. Goodfink, it is your turn.
Okay. So the bus looks like it's almost broken, you said?
It looks like it's starting to crack, but it definitely still seems pretty sturdy.
Okay. Then, do we think we can save these people is the question.
I will let you... you can roll insight on that if you'd like.
Okay.
Yeah, because I know you have that ability to basically size things up, right? You can use that. I'll let you use that ability to do that.
Okay. That is a 22.
And deception is I got a 4. Cool. So you definitely, yes, you do think that the hero, the adventures of the Clue crew could be saved if the statue is destroyed or somehow like disrupted.
Okay.
Yeah.
Gotcha. Okay. Then I'm going to aim at the statue.
Okay.
Would you... So I just used that insight ability, which normally would let me use sneak attack on a target. Would you let me count that time, or was that just to figure out if we can save them? And fine either way.
If you're using that ability, I'll give you sneak attack for it.
Okay, cool. So I'm going to roll. I'm going to use my longbow.
Okay.
It's a 24.
24 hits.
All right. Uh, 18 piercing damage.
Okay. Very nice. Okay. So as the spells and the arrows clatter against the bust, you hear like a loud sickening like laugh, and it's not like a laugh that is funny. It's one that makes you all fearful. I need everybody to make a wisdom saving throw.
That's not good.
My
Yep.
best.
Yeah, that's not good at all. 11.
19.
Okay.
Okay, that's my third 18 in a row. Good job, me. That's
Okay.
a total of 19.
If you rolled higher than a 12, the laugh, while unsettling, it doesn't seem to really take hold. If you rolled less, you are visibly shaken and frightened by this laughter. And you are under the frightened condition, as your teeth are like chattering like Scooby does in the comics, or in the show. I believe that's Darren who fell under that, correct? Okay. And we are back to the top of the order. Agrippa, you are up.
Okay, so
you're...
done.
Yep, sorry. You are face to face with Fran. Scoops is kind of shambling towards the other three. Varmint is paralyzed, and Danny is also kind of walking along with Scoops as well.
How far am I from the big bust?
15 feet.
Okay, and how far can I move with a move action?
So with your regular movement, you can move 30 feet.
Okay, well, I'm going to move away from her, provoking an attack of opportunity in doing so.
Yes, you will.
But as a reaction, I'm going to cast Shield.
Okay. So I don't know if you really have to use that. I got a 14.
Okay.
So save your spell slot.
Yeah, okay, I won't bother then. And then with my second action, I am going to once again twat the statue with my sword.
I hate it. Go for it.
Oh, and that is 25.
25 hits.
And that is for 12 points of damage, slashing damage.
Okay. 12. And you get a second attack, correct?
Well, I thought my move was one action.
Oh, no, they're separate. So the...
Oh, separate. Okay, fine.
Yeah.
I will hit with my second action then. That is 21.
21 also hits. Very nice.
And that is for 16 points of slashing damage.
Jesus. Okay. Yeah, so your blade is... You're using your longsword, right?
Yes.
You are slashing and attacking the cracks that were formed by Goodfink's arrow and by the shatter spell that Darren had casted. And the statue, you start to see like little bits and pieces crumbling from it. In an effort to try to put a stop to this, Scoops and Danny are going to turn back and move to attack you.
Okay, I'm going to yell for no real reason by the power of Grayskull.
That is a 21 and a 6.
Okay, well, I'm going to use shield then as my reaction.
Okay.
And that will make the 21 miss.
Okay. So Scoops misses on account of you taking a slash out of him earlier, but Danny seems to be awfully close until he claws at the invisible force field that was conjured around you. Varmint is paralyzed, and Fran is going to move forward and engage on Chowder.
Okay. What does Frighten do?
And Frighten, I believe... Let me
You get
double check this.
disadvantage on your attack rolls while you can see the source of your fear.
Yes, I believe that's correct. Here we go. Yes, and you can't willingly move closer to the source of your fear as well. I got a 19 to hit.
I'm going to cast the shield as a reaction, and that's
Okay.
going to make me 19. So
Ooh.
that still hits.
So
doesn't
it does still hit, yeah, because it hits your armor class.
it? Shoot. All right.
All right, that's fine. If you want, like, I can...
No,
you
it's
don't have
fine.
to use the
Just
spell
let it
slot.
be.
Okay, whatever. It is going to hit you for... That's absolute garbage. That is 4 points of slashing damage, and I need you to make a Constitution save.
All right. 4 points of slashing damage and then Constitution save. Let's go. That is 14.
14. You feel like a wave of nausea as it starts to claw into you, but you fight through it, and you come out on the other end stronger. Juan, you are up.
Okay, I'm going to try and move my full movement speed to get all the way up to the bust, and then I
Okay.
don't know if I'll get an attack of opportunity, but I assume I'm far enough away that I wouldn't be able to take action.
You will. So you guys were 30 feet away, so you can move up and
Okay.
take an action, but you will get that opportunity attack. That is a 17.
That definitely hits.
Oh boy. All right. Oh, that fell. There we go. Holy shit. I keep rolling ones. All right. So that's 4 points of slashing damage, and I also need you to make a Constitution saving throw.
That's a 18 for the Constitution saving throw.
Just like what happened before with Darren. You feel like a wave of nausea hit you, but you manage to swallow, and the feeling passes.
All right.
Speaking of Darren, you are... Oh, I'm sorry. You still have your action. Go
Yep.
ahead.
So I take my 2 attacks on the giant boss.
Okay, go for it.
So I strike with my useless dagger, but I only rolled a 9 to hit.
That, it bounces off feebly.
And then, in better news, I rolled a 5 to hit with my hand axe. So,
You two try to join the fray of trying to break the statue, but it doesn't seem to be quite as effective as your compatriots. Darren, you are up. Make a wisdom saving throw for me.
4.
You are still frightened by the laughter
All right.
of the statue.
All right. So what's going through? He's like saying, I can't fight my friends, my uncle. What do I do? And here's a question for you. So there's a spell called heroism that I have. A willing creature you touch is imbued with bravery. Until the spell ends, the creature is immune to being frightened and gains temporary hit points equal to your ability modifier. Question: If I cast that on myself right now, would I be free of frightened, or does that not apply here because I'm already frightened?
Yes, you would be free for as long as the spell is active on you.
Okay, that makes sense. So I am gonna use heroism on myself, and I also gain temporary hit points plus.
Okay.
I just have to look up. Yep. Okay. So I get 4 temporary hit points, and I'm going to use my shifting to go into my beast form to get even more temporary hit points. So
temporary hit points don't stack.
Oh, they don't?
So whichever one gives you the most amount, that's what you can keep.
Gotcha.
It's one or the other.
I did not realize that. My bad.
That's fine.
Yep. Yep. Gonna go with the. So I'm not gonna shift. So 33, and then I'm just gonna run up to the bus and wait out my turn. I'll take any opportunity attacks that come my way.
Okay. I believe pretty much all of the zombies that have been able to attack or have used their reaction, because Varmint is paralyzed still thanks to the efforts of Juan. So you are now in this shaggy beast form at the base of the statue.
Yep.
Goodfink, you are up.
Cool. All right. Boy, being a rogue, I forgot how much I only do damage.
And unlock doors.
And unlock doors. No, I'm just used to being like a caster, so I'll be like, okay, cool. Is anyone in danger? I'm going to heal, and then I'm going to cast fly or whatever. But no, I'm just going to shoot a guy.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, truly, just going to shoot a man. Shoot a man right in the bust. Wait.
Okay, go for it.
Wait. Ooh, bad roll. That's 8.
That's no. The arrow just bounces right off. It's not nearly as effective as the previous one that you had shot before. Agrippa, you're up.
Great.
Right, doing nothing more imaginative than swinging at this large bust, which always sounds a bit filthy when I say that. So, first one, not amazing. That is 14.
Nope, does not hit.
Second one, even less amazing, 12.
No, sir.
Okay, I flail ineffectually.
Okay. So at this point, the 3 non-paralyzed zombies have descended upon. I guess all of you except for Goodfink are at the base of the statue, right? Trying to attack.
Yep.
Correct.
Okay. So I'm going to have each of them make 1 attack against you guys. That is a 15.
I am safe and sound, very far away.
That's a 15 against Agrippa.
Mm-hmm.
That is a nat 1 against Juan. That's a
nat
miss.
Juan.
Ha.
Yay.
And a 12 against Darren. Do any of those connect?
Doesn't connect with me, surprisingly.
Okay. Chowder, did the 12 connect with you?
12 does not connect, no.
Okay. So you see the what the hell's his name? You see Danny kind of clawing and reaching at your face, and it's almost like heartbreaking, but you manage to like push him away so that he doesn't hurt you.
Danny, mate,
and you
it's
don't really
me.
deal any damage.
Yeah, just wanted to say stuff.
Yeah, that's fine. Juan, it is your turn.
Okay, I'm gonna do 2 more attacks to the bust.
Okay.
Twat that bus.
With my dagger, I rolled a 16.
16 does not quite cut it.
And I'm gonna assume the 8 then with my hand axe is also going to not cut it.
That is correct.
Got it.
All right. Darren, you're up.
Okay. Wait, I need to look at the exact wording of something real quick. Sorry, should have looked at
Of
that
what?
earlier, but
You're fine.
okay. So, what I'm gonna do is I am going to swing my longsword and then, as a bonus action, take a bite at the bust. Just not words I like, but there we go. First,
You know that phrases like that can get you on a register. You realize that?
yeah. First,
You're definitely on some list now.
longsword. That is, yeah, that's 12. Does that hit?
No, it does not.
Okay, that is 23. I'm guessing that hits.
23 for your bite. That hits.
All right, I'm like taking a big bite out of this crime, and I roll d6. Yeah, d6 plus strength. So that is 5 damage.
That is you take a bite out of this marble statue where it's already a little crumbled, so it's easier to chomp into. And then you just like spit out the rock and let out a giant crowd pleasing roar. That was metal as fuck. Good think. It is your turn.
I'm gonna do something a little different this turn. I'm going to shoot it.
Okay.
That's an 18.
The 18 does not quite
Boo.
cut it.
Let's see. What kind of action do you think would be to spill a bunch of ball bearings?
I would let you do that as a bonus action.
Cool. Can I like try and get the zombies try to head my way and just ball bearings? I got nothing else to do, man.
Sure. Okay, so you, with your roguish instincts, you take out these like a huge amount of ball bearings, and you just start to just roll them across the ground. And the space between you and the zombies and like the bust, it is now filled with these tiny little steel balls. So the statue is now going to glow with a little bit of like a sickly green energy. I need everybody to make a Constitution save who is around the statue.
Man,
Oh, is that everyone but me?
Juan got a
believe so.
16.
11.
4.
Oh, Chowder. All right. So you guys feel like a little bit of it's almost like this like a slight barrier from the statue. Like after it glows, it just like kind of cracks, and then the energy bursts out. The people who succeeded are going to take 4 points of necrotic damage. If you failed, you're going to take 8. However, the statue does appear to be a little less stable after doing so. So,
And what was a failure and what was a success?
it's going to be a 12.
Okay, so what happens if you failed it?
8 points of necrotic damage.
Gotcha. And I assume I
Agrippa,
lose my
it is-
concentration for that, right?
You have to make a Constitution saving throw.
Okay, then. Let's see.
Has to be a 10 or higher.
18.
Ooh, you managed to keep up the brave face as you keep going. And I think Juan, you'll have to make the Constitution save as well for the paralyzed zombie.
I got a 19.
That is a pass as well. Agrippa, it is your turn.
Right, my first action, I am going to cast a True Strike. So
Okay.
next turn I get advantage. And my second action, I am going to very imaginatively swing at this bad boy.
So True Strike takes your action to cast, right?
Correct. It takes an action, yeah.
Okay. So the attack action, that's like takes an action itself.
Yeah,
So
I've got 2 actions.
Oh, because you have action surge.
No, because I'm a level 5 fighter, I've got 2 actions. I can actually use action surge to get a third one, but I'm not going to use that. So I'd have 2 actions. One of them's an extra attack. Oh, actually no. So reading that, I can only attack. I can attack twice when I take the attack action. So I will use action surge then to get an additional action.
Okay, yeah. You can attack twice now, and the first attack has advantage.
It does say next turn, so do I not have to wait for that? Just being
I'll just
scrupulously honest here.
Yeah, that's fine.
So first one, no, that's 12. That's a miss. Second one, that is 22.
22 hits.
Okay, and that is for 11 points of damage.
11. This thing is looking pretty worse for wear. The zombies are gonna try to make another swipe attack at everybody else there. And okay, there's absolutely no way that's gonna hit because the highest I rolled was an 11.
Blame it on the ball bearings.
Okay.
Yeah,
yeah, so the zombies are totally distracted by all like the ball bearings and stuff. They're losing their footing.
Making that like whoop, 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 noise while they're trying to.
I did it. I did it. I'm a hero.
Juan, it is your turn.
Okay. I am certain that my attacks are going to hit this time. That's a 17.
Okay.
And a 5. So close.
So close.
So
So
I think
close.
I'm helping though. I'm pretty sure.
You in spirit. All right. Darren, it is your turn.
All right. Yeah, longsword and then bite.
Go for it.
Man, 2. And then +4 is 6. That doesn't bite. 8.
No, sir. I am so sorry.
Yeah.
I feel you. I really feel you.
Oh, you both of you are slightly buffeted by the ball bearings as well. They seem to be both a blessing and a curse. Good think. Go ahead.
Cool. Since you let me throw some ball bearings as a bonus action, I have more ball bearings.
Okay.
I'm gonna add another 1,000 to the ground.
For fuck's sake. All right. The whole ground is covered in ball bearings now.
I did it. I'm a hero. Anyway, I'm gonna shoot it.
Okay.
Hey, natural 20.
Oh, man. Okay. Go ahead and roll all your sneak attack goodness, too.
Oh, Lord, you're right.
So that's going to be 3d or 66.
Oh, don't do this to me, dice. 37.
Okay. As your arrow, the ball bearings seem to they distract the statue as well. So your arrow, it strikes true in the moment of weakness, and it like passes straight through the statue, and bit by bit the statue starts to fall to pieces, and the zombies, with the exception of Varmint, who's still paralyzed, they all fall to the ground. They all appear to be almost back to normal. They are unconscious, but they are all breathing. Under the remains of the statue that has now been destroyed, you see a trapdoor.
I'm going to wrench this trapdoor open.
Okay. You pull it open. Underneath the trapdoor, you see a very...
Old Man Jenkins.
You see the... where the hell is it? You see the... what appears to be a giant dog sitting at a table with a bunch of levers and cranks underneath everything else. And he looks up and he says, "Oh, no!" You all recognize this dog to be Shaggy, dog that belongs to the Clue crew.
Ruh-roh. You? But why?
I take out that mud I put in my pocket at the start and I just kind of throw it on the ground.
You leave your mark on the ground. And Shaggy, the dog, says, This can't be. I was the one who basically, I was the face of our party. I did everything, and they got all the credit. I'm a talking dog, for God's sake.
I'm going to put my sword at his throat and say, speaking of credit, you are on the hook for 15 loaves of bread, 3 wheels of cheese, 2 hocks of ham, and assorted ropes, iron spikes, and nets. You're coming back to pay, buddy.
You betrayed us.
Bad dog.
Bad dog. Bad dog.
You're not a good boy.
As you see the adventure party starts to stir a bit, and your Uncle Danny comes up to you, Darren. He says, "Oh, thank you, my boy. I don't know what we would have done without all of you. This beast of a dog, it had us under its control for it was absolutely horrid." And you hear Shaggy Dog say, "And I would have gotten away with it too, if it weren't for you meddling adventurers."
I think that's a good place to leave off. Just freeze frame and go dun, dun. Hey,
With that,
Yep.
Agrippa, you, I guess all of you, leave there's a magical door on the side that takes you back to the entrance hall, so you don't have to go through the fun house again. You guys bring the Shaggy Dog back to the very confused authorities and turn him in where he is forced to pay for all of his crimes. Congratulations. You guys completed the House of Hannibal Barbera.
Well done.
That was a ton of fun.
That was a lot
Thank
of
you
fun.
for that.
Come and meet the program.